Alright, well, welcome back. We have us a day off to play games. First day off in 2 weeks. Oh, stick a fork in me, I'm done. Yeah, we're going to enjoy us a nice day. It's been raining a bunch here in the Midwest. Might be time to buy an ark. I mean, we don't mind a wet spring, but this is getting ridiculous. I was out in it yesterday working. And oh man, I mean, my street was like a river. It was pretty much of a downpour. And I think we got more coming today. So we're gonna take us a nice little rain day off and enjoy us some much deserved gaming time. As that boy says when he's driving an 18-wheeler. I watch him on YouTube. 27-year-old. More power to him. I don't think I could ever drive those things, but yeah, he always goes, "Vamonos!" So we're ready to go. Getting all psyched up and ready for the day. Let me see where we're at here. I think we're on a cube draw. Kind of getting used to this unique system, mechanic of the order. And I like it. That's the way it was, I guess, back then. But a lot of these boys will be sitting here for the first hour trying to see what the French are going to do. We'll be back with the next cube draw. All right, we're ready. We're back with what the rules call grand battle scenario. Went straight from the learning scenario to this main game, and that's what I'm more interested in. I'm not really interested in. I mean, I guess after we play this, we could play the little scenario, which is just his charge and how it was done historically. Because in my game here, I guarantee it ain't gonna go that way. So, also on cubes, we got 4 cubes drawn here already, and I think in the last game we figured it out or calculated it out to 5 minutes per cube, but there's a lot more cubes in this bag. Some thinking it's even less time. Some thinking maybe 3 minutes per, maybe 12 minutes of time's gone through the first hour of battle. And we're ready for our next cube. Now there's fire cubes in here also, but nobody's really in any position to fire. We are firing in the snow, or fighting in the snow, and not really having much to do with the regular movements and penalties. But yeah, fatigue is taking its toll in this game, as it does. Believe me, I know. I was on a union job yesterday, and 80 degrees out, felt like 90. The whole building was sealed. Wow, I was drenched in sweat by. We started at maybe 8, 9 o'clock. Oh, stick a fork in me, I'm done. Well, anyway, here you go. We'll get ready with this. And who's next? Oops. French again. It might be mathematically nothing but French. Do we go over there? Everybody's got to stand still, or do we want to press the issue? I think, well, the only bad thing about pressing issues is right here. These boys have already been moved once, and their movement points are going to go down. I don't know if they'll even have enough. They can't attack because we're in strategic move, so yeah, we have to get into some attack orders going on here. And actually, during our skirmish game, our practice game, we were using that attack order quite a bit, so maybe that's what we need to be putting all these boys in. Let me check that out, because it allows you to move and get adjacent, so maybe that's the key formation, but it probably takes up a bunch of fatigue. There you go. We'll be right back. Yeah, attack order seems to be the one, but it gives them a big incentive. I mean, fatigue points ain't all that bad, so I guess attack order is the one you maybe want to have everybody in during the hour. We will see how it goes. We are just little lieutenants here on the battlefield. Oh, I'm getting wouldn't you know it, I'm getting a battery warning. So much for my day off and recording some games. We'll just go ahead and play. We'll drop you on in after we've been going through it. But yeah, while we're gone, I'm gonna be figuring out with this cube, be plugging this in and taking advantage for our day off. We'll be back with more play. Shoot. What am I thinking of here? I don't know. I really don't know. I'd like to press with these boys here, but we can't attack, and by the time it comes up the next turn, they'll be able to react, but it might be too late if we can get to a good, staging area to carry out the attack. These boys here all got to stay still, so by the time they get their attack orders, we could have our attack done. We'll see. We'll be back. All right, well, got a little bit of a charge going on there, so we can do this. 2nd Division, 4th Corps is who gets the rider and the message. A new order to, now he was under, again, strategic move, but we can't do that because we're in violation, so we had to switch that with our, we'll call that beginners mistakes. But yeah, so he has to go to just regular movement. And they have moved out from there. Staging areas around here. Now there's a little bit of a traffic jam cluster. We got our artillery still limbered. These boys here had enough movement points to get into line formation. Kind of a protection. They want to move more, but they won't be able to move in column. If they move, they're going to have to move in line. These boys here, though, are still in column behind them. Maybe they're going to make some time. Double timing in the snow, which can definitely be fatigue-inducing, to say the least. Another thing I want to make note of is I'm over here in these last videos talking about how, I know that these units are here because it's a solo game, are in hold and defend. But I think it even says in the rules, you might want to keep these things a little bit in secret. And they don't give you no dividers or anything. I don't know how that would work. But I do think they did mention something about, and maybe it was the initial. Hold on a second, we got a phone call. All right, sorry about that. 2 phone calls. My good old fishing buddy called me up. Just shooting the shit, talking about getting old. Can't do too much anymore. He said, I do a day's worth of work. He was cutting some wood or something. Oh, it takes him a day to recoup. And like I said, I did a union job yesterday. Wow. Oh, yeah. 60 years old. Ain't time to be too old to be laboring. All right, let's see here. Where were we at? We were talking about all these units being in hold or move, and the game saying that you really shouldn't be able to see what the other guy's doing. So we're incorporating that a little bit with the 1st Division, 4th Corps. They have moved out and up and around. Some units still limbered, other units getting ready in case they decide to come forward and attack. But other than that, yeah, we want to head on up this way. If I was playing an opponent, I would not know that he is in hold or defend. So I gotta keep looking like maybe he might attack, and that's why we changed formation from column to line. And with only this unit here, maybe gonna make some headway. All right, well, that is it. I guess we're ready for our next cube draw. It's going quick. And that's the way we like it. It's a nice, quick game. And taking advantage of our day off. Let's get over here, get the bag ready, and we'll draw next cube. All right, good, nice little shaky shake. Ooh, coming down here. Something curious, I was watching YouTube earlier, and little fun fact, or weird fact, we were watching the process of casting church bells. Wow. Would have never known that marijuana/hemp was used, and horse manure, a real important part of the church bell process. Look that one up. So anyway, let's go ahead and grab a cube. Makes for fascinating TV. All right, here we go. I've already seen it. I think it's a green cube. Yeah, it's a green cube. So Russians' turn. But as we said, units in hold have to hold, but units in defend can at least move 1 hex. So we'll see what's going on here. Markov, pretty well winded after moving twice in like 15, 20 minutes. He has 1 more movement cube left, but after that, he's locked in until the next hour. We look over the Russians and see what we would do with them. We'll be right back. All right, the Bajavu division, I think, is the one we're going to activate. They're in defense, so they can move 1 hex. Looks like we can see all these boys over here in column. That don't have to be hidden. We can see what's going on there. I think we're going to take a little bit of advantage and use that 1 movement point per unit during defensive orders. We'll be right back. All right, there you go. After movement, we have units that have come down from the slope, getting into The only thing is, in defense formation, you can move 1 hex, but you cannot move adjacent. So we'll put the burden on the French to get next to us, but we're getting ready to get in a fire position, and if we can, I think a good order for Badgeroo next turn would be attack. So in case he wants to get close next to these units for the fire cube when it comes up. But there you go. Now we moved a cavalry over. Everybody's moved 1 hex, so everybody has advanced 1 hex except for our artillery, which would have had to have been limbered. We're fine up on this hill. We could shoot over and still take some pock shots. So that is the extent of the Badgeroo activation while in defensive orders. We'll be back with the next cube draw. All right, we're back, and we've had 3 activations apiece, which is good luck for the Russians because they're outnumbered 2 to 1. I could probably go for at least 3 French activations in a row after 4 with it has to go over to the Russians because of the rules. But yeah, Russians are getting lucky. They have matched the French activation per activation. Ready to come down here, grab us our bag, a little shaky shake, and see who is next. And yeah, I guess it'd just be initiative, orders, and couriers. Let's see who we pick. Who's the next one to have a turn? Or it could be the red fire cube. I haven't seen this one yet, so this will be a surprise to everybody. Whoa! And it fell on the floor. Right, sticky fingers, but we have recovered the cube. And it is French. Like I said, French should get a few activations with the number of cubes they got in there, so we'll take advantage of this. Again, we're restricted by orders. We'll have to see what happens. He is going to move. These boys here all would move. They might be strategic move over there. I changed that one to just move because strategic move is against the rules. Let's see who we want to press the issue with. Interesting. We back. I think we want to get this general swing going with all these infantry units. We're not worried about, with these infantry units here, we're not worried about Badgeroo and his movements here. We got a whole bunch of cavalry, can take care of that. Our main goal now is to swing all these around, so therefore the cube will go to the 2nd Division, 7th Corps. All right, then 2nd Division, the 7th Corps, getting their first activation. All right, there you go. Again, getting a little bit of a traffic jam up there. But they are moved, and we're going to keep them all in column. His flank being protected by these units here in line. And that'll be their first activation, and we are getting these troops, hopefully, around here. These ones here will be next if we get a cube draw. We're leaving this space here open, but we got our cavalry to deal with anything going on there. So there you go. And like I said, it's all a matter of orders in this game. So, all right, that is the next activation. We're ready for another cube draw. See who we be. We're counting on the French. Keep the momentum going, but there be red and green cubes in here. Who do we have? Who do we have? Next cube. Fire cube. All right. Well, nobody's adjacent, so it'll be nothing but an artillery firing. And I don't think the French have any artillery unlimbered. It's all limbered, so these will all be Russian pock shots for our first combat of the game. First hour, 8 o'clock, and they're already shooting. But it's not going to be the French that are shooting. Like I said, I'm almost sure all of our artillery is limbered. Did we have anybody unlimbered? Let me see here. Nope, he's limbered. He has no artillery. He's got, what do you call it? You know what? This artillery can also move, unlimber, and fire, so we have to keep that in mind when we move them next time. But I think, like I said, French are all limbered. We'll be going down the line when we come back, and we'll be shooting off some Russian artillery, seeing what kind of casualties they can inflict. And for every unit eliminated, which I doubt if there'll be any eliminated later, just maybe some step losses. That's when you start taking off those fatigue cubes. All right, we'll be back. All right, fire combat time. And in this situation, being so early in the game, and with the cube coming out so early, normally It'd be all kinds of fire with units that are adjacent. Nobody's adjacent yet. It's too early in the game. And the French have no units that are unlimbered. So we'll be, normally with the fire combat, what you'll do is the side with the initiative fires first. Then when he fires, you go down the line on one of these flanks, whatever flank, he'll fire, the unit on the other side fires back and forth, and you go down the line. Like I said, there will be no firing from the French. This will be just a Russian fire. We're coming up here, we see us, we got us a light artillery unit with a range of, let's see here, 6 hexes. Pull back. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right in range. Now with long distance, it's only half of a strike point. So unless there's 2 units here, there's only 1. He's only going to be firing with 1 strike point. And there's no modifiers that will come in with this die roll. Or dice roll. Now we did this wrong, so this is my second take, is I've gone through the line on a few of these and just rolled 1 die, and there's 2 dice on there. So looking for anything over a 12. So we need at least a 12 to inflict any casualties, and we're aiming for the leader. So the first shots of the game for the Russians. They get nothing, so no effect on that long distance light artillery shot, which is to be expected. So there you go. Ba-boom. Alright, going down the line here. I think that is the only one. Let's see here. No, he wouldn't be artillery, right? I think our next shot's going to be right here. This will be our best shot here yet. But it's light artillery. Are there 2 units there? Nope. We have the skirmishers out front. So we'll see here. Light artillery. 6 hex range. 1. Oops, sorry about that. 1, 2, 3 hexes away. That'll qualify for a short distance, which is times 2. So this artillery here will be firing under the 4 strike point column. And they're lined up close proximity like rolling pins, so we get a +2 on this roll. Under the 4 will be, we're looking for anything over a 9 on this roll, +2. Anything over a 9, +2 modifier for shooting at the men in column. Oh, 4, and we lost 1. No good. With a 7, came up too short. Oh, so again, let's see here. Another shot, another futile shot. Alright. The only other artillery I see was this unit here. It was pointed this way. And we're going to take a shot here at closer distance, but we have a line of sight problem. Or line of sight situation with this unit here. So we will pivot around, which we're able to do. And again, it's light artillery. 6 hex range just makes it so actually we're only shooting 1 strike point because it's halved. But again, in column. So we got 1 strike point. We need at least a 12 with a +2. Let me see if we can get out of here. Oh, that does it. The first casualties. So that is 1 strike point. Under the 1 strike point, yeah, with a 12 modified. So first casualties are a landed Hail Mary shot. So we got the old leader there. There won't be no leader check because there was no asterisk on the result. Top unit goes from a 9 to 800, so that's not a bad shot, long ranged. And it might be not be 100 killed, but 100 men taken out. That was a bullseye. And a leader, counting his blessings, was not amongst the casualties. All right, there you go. Nice little shot again from the Baboom Light Cavalry. All right, No, how do you say this name? Oh, Tuchkov. Tuchkov. Getting ready to hand out some decorations on that shot. Alright, we're going to take a little break here. We'll go down the line. I think these units here are all blocked by line of sight. We'll pick it up over here. Be back. Alright, we're going to do this artillery bombardment over again. And I do have the rolls for each unit, what they fired. The first one was this unit, heavy artillery. They're both firing at this unit here that is in an obstructed hex. Now, they could fire at this unit here that is in column. That might change our targeting, although it's kind of it'd be moot because we know what the results of the die rolls are, but still, he could fire here. It'd be a better result. This unit here would get a modifier, yeah. So he's going to be our target. Because if we would have known what we know now, they get a negative modifier, number one, for not being in column and for being an obstructed hex, so it would favor the defender. If this unit here used this die roll on this unit, it'd be better for the artillery unit. So we'll change our target from this unit right here to this unit here. Alright, so it's heavy artillery, which means, heavy artillery 9 hex range. We are, let's see if we can count this, 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away. That counts as minimum, so strength points times 1, so that would just be 4. Make sure I'm counting this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 hexes away. Alright, so just 4, we're just shooting underneath the 4 marker. Alright, 4 to 5, so he's only shooting with 4 strength points. Let's make sure there's not another unit there. Alright, so there's 4 strength points, and again, the target is this unit. Modifiers are as follows. Target is in column, so minus or plus 2 and plus 1 for heavy artillery. So plus 2 on this roll would be a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Underneath the 4 to 3 marker, and a 10 is 1 strength point loss, so he still gets his 1 strength point loss. We'll just mark it now to 3. It's this unit here in column now. It's not the other unit, so it's a column. You still suffered 1. Now we'll go to our next unit, which is still, again, heavy artillery. But at a 1, 2, 3. Let me see. We get these dice out of the way here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 range. That is, again, medium distance, strength points times 1, so that's 4. With a 6, 7 roll. Target is in column, we want that. 8, 9. And heavy artillery is 10. Under 4, again, is the same result. Okay, so we got the same result on this, but it'd be this unit here is half strength, took half of his strength, he's half lost. And instead of the unit in this town, because it sort of gave them better modifiers. Did pause for a cough break on that one, but anyway. So then, these 2 units here have fired. Get the dice back, and this way we're done. We did it by the book, because we're a stickler for the rules. Let me see here. Alright. They're all set now, so I was done by the book. And instead of firing at this unit here in the town, we fired at these boys here in column, and they suffered losses. Right now, we can go back here, and these units here that are all on this plateau can shoot at this unit here, this horse artillery, and these units. So these 3 units here are now going to be targeted by all this artillery, because they definitely have line of sight because they're on the same level. That's how that works. These units behind them blocked by the building. So 1, 2, and 3. Whoops. 1, 2, and 3 available targets. Luckily, Napoleon is in the buildings behind and not in the line of sight. We're back. All right. Well, we're ready to carry on, and we had a little bit of a skip with an issue, and I want to explain why. Number 1, when infantry gets into an obstructed hex or slash town, they go into what's called general order or formations, and that is represented by being in a line formation. So earlier we had them in a column, and we're giving the artillery units bonuses for firing at units in column, and they weren't in column. So that's what that was all about earlier. We fired it. I raced it. We fired at this unit here, and he still suffered 200 losses. But we didn't incorporate the town modifier, that would have gave him an advantage. So he wouldn't have suffered that. So that's why we shot at this unit here. So these units here, whenever a unit gets into town, I got to keep on remembering to put them in the line formation. And another thing is, I said these units couldn't see anything here, but the rules state as long as you're on the same level, you can fire at whoever. So we'll start with this unit. This unit here is up on the hill. He can definitely see. And all these units here, unless they're blocked by line of sight. This one here is blocked by line of sight. You can't fire into this, but this unit here, and everybody could see this unit here, the towed artillery, and this unit here, you can't see it but this is the edge of the plateau. So 3 available units for these to be fired upon. When we come back, we'll start with this light artillery. Now, it might be only 1 strength point, but you never know. With all the modifiers of being inside the town too, we'll see how it turns out. We'll be back. Right then, this unit here that is on the plateau will pivot on around because he wants to shoot at this unit right here in the town on the plateau, but in an obstructed hex. So light artillery has a range of 6 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see here. Count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So he's within range. Long distance is strength points times 1/2. So he'll only be shooting 1 strength point at that unit. And it will be modified as follows. Artillery. Target is an obstructed terrain, -2. Is not heavy artillery, so it's a -2 with 1. With 1, we need a 12 die roll. So looking for a 12 die roll on this one. With a -2. I don't think it could ever do anything alone. Alright. Everybody's wanting to escape. So that'll be nothing with a -2. Brutal shot. Boom from the artillery to its target with no effect. Next artillery unit is. Alright, well, we have this one here, but I think his line of sight's obstructed, so no shot from him. Let's go up to this unit here up on this hill. That's heavy artillery. Heavy artillery has a range of 9 hexes. Let's count it out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wrong hex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes. So he is within targeting range. We'll take that. Long distance is 8 hexes plus, I think is what it says. Or 6 hexes plus. So 6 hexes plus is long distance even for him. How many units we have up on that hill? We have 2 units. So 8 with half is 4. So 4 strength points fire at this one here. In a town is a -2 with a 4. We're looking for a 9. So -2. We have a 10. -2 is 8 with a 4. Oh, just missed it. Just missed it underneath the 4 column. With an 8, we needed a 9. So, ba-boom from the heavy artillery. It'll be in smoke time. 2 to signify there were 2 units that are just fired. That's this here target. He's surviving, but he's got artillery canisters. Artillery crashing all around him. Luckily, they could take shelter. in the buildings, and the artillery fire has so far been ineffectual. Let's see what we got here next. Alright, I guess we'll come up on here. Like we said, we had line of sight issues. This unit here will be the next one to fire. And we will, should we go for another unit? Let's see what we got in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take this unit again. He'll be the next target. How many units are there? Oh, we got another 2. That's heavy artillery. Well, this could be a good shot. Take a little break here. We'll be right back. Another target. We got elite. Ooh, chasseurs. Guard chasseur infantry in amongst the buildings. Taking shelter from the artillery barrage. We're right back. Alright, we're back with the fire phase. Premature early fire phase. That resulted in an Russian artillery barrage. So far, the French have suffered 300 men out of action or incapacitated in the barrage. And the barrage we're going on to now is from the Center Artillery Reserve of the Russians. So the Russian Center Artillery Reserve is barraging the town of EYLAU, where the Russian guards are hiding amongst the buildings now. This unit here that fired isn't a part of the Center Artillery Reserve. He is part of the right-wing artillery reserve. It has all of its units here, but placed 1 or 2 heavy artilleries up here. And he just fired at no avail. Now, I'm thinking about this too right now. Took a shot here, but I think I'm going to see this unit. So I think I'm going to go back and look at the results of this shot. And we ain't going to shoot at this unit. We're going to shoot at this unit, because this would have been without the -2 penalty. And I'm pretty sure he's not only is he up on this hill, but he's up on another hill. You can see there he's stacked up. So I'm pretty sure this unit here, before the town, both of these units here would be within line of sight. So let's check that out. We'll be right back. All right, then I went back and reviewed, and die roll was an 8 from that heavy artillery shot. That's 8 strength points unmodified, because we're not minusing 2 from shooting at these boys here in the shelter. This target here, here's our target here. We could see this unit. So with a with an 8 under the 8 strength point is 1 strength point loss. So yeah, we'll take that. We'll do that one instead. We're just going through it slowly and going back over things. Yeah, that'll be it. So that will be a successful hit of the unobstructed Guard Cavalry, Grenadier Cavalry, which is now a 8th strength unit. So they just lost about 80 to 100 men, incapacitated from the heavy artillery fire from up on that hill upon a hill. There you go. So another 100 men lost. So 400 men so far in this artillery barrage. Alright, next we got it taking a stop there. Now this unit here, I don't believe can fire at this unit, because he's below. This boy here is a little bit more extended. He can see, I'm not going to give him this one, but this unit here will continue the barrage on this unit inside of EYLAU. And I believe it's 8 strength points. But this time they'll have a -2 for these boys being obstructed hex. But that'll be a -1 because they'll get a +1 for being heavy artillery. So it'll be a -1 die roll. Rolling 2 dice. 2 Russian die. What are we doing? Oh, they're up here. 2 Russian dice with a -1 per unit in the buildings. Oh, 10. -1's a 9. Under 8. And under 8 with a 9 is 1. So they finally suffered a step loss. Alright, so in the town is French chasseurs, and they suffer 80 to 100 men incapacitated. Alright, another 100 men lost. And another 100 men incapacitated. Alright, another 100 men lost. And another 100 men incapacitated. Alright, another 100 men lost. And another 100 men incapacitated. Alright, another 100 men lost. And another 100 men incapacitated. And another effective boom from heavy artillery. This Russian Central Artillery Reserve. Where you going? These boys got infantry with them, so they'd suffer a massive step loss if they ever got rushed. Well, they'd squeeze off shots, but still. Yep, 200 lost there, 100 here, 100 in the city, 100 out, 100 here from one of these shots. Yeah, I guess from there. Yeah, that was his lucky Hail Mary. All right, we're going down the line here. I think we might have some kind of a line of sight issue with this one. These old boys. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Let's take a break. Maybe we'll call it a video. We're getting kind of long here. We'll be right back. All right, before we call it a video, I just want to make sure these units here of the Central Artillery Reserve are in defend mode. So that means that they may fire during the simultaneous fire segments. May fire. So that's good. We just cover that one. Let me check out the right-wing artillery reserves though real quick. Oh, lucked out on that one. I was smart enough to put the right-wing artillery reserve on defend, so that big unit up on that hill. Sorry about that, wrong button. Up here was able to fire. We would have had to take that away if he was in a hold pattern, because hold you can't defensive fire. So there you go. We're on it. Got some more artillery fire going down the line. Quite a few. Especially when we get to this unit here, they're going to be hammered by this Grand Battery. So a very effective Russian opening salvos of their artillery, taking the losses. Call it a video. And we come back. More artillery bombardments to come. We'll be right back.